Now these measures, I'll run through those. It includes curfew as well as lockdown, but firstly on new zoning. Approved was the new color-coded disease control measures in terms of the provincial distribution. The dark red provinces, or maximum and strict controlled area, remain the same 10 provinces, which are Bangkok, Nakhon, Pathom, Narathiwat, Nonthaburi, Pathum, Thani, Pattani, Yala, Samut, Prakarn, Sakhon, and Songkhla. So if you notice, it's mostly Bangkok and nearby provinces in the central region, as well as some provinces in southern Thailand. The provinces that are categorized as red zone or maximum control area has increased from 5 to 24 provinces. And the controlled area or orange zone increases from 9 to 25 provinces. And you see that on screen. Only 18 provinces on the lowest part of the chart here is the yellow zone or the surveillance area. So 18 provinces remain in that category. Each provincial authority will adjust and amend their disease control measures and regulations to comply with this new color-coded zoning. You see on screen now also the change that we have since June. Since the 18th of June until starting on Monday, we'll reclassify this the 12th of July. So in each zone, the provinces may have been added on to it. For example, the maximum control, the red, is 5. Now it's 24 provinces. In terms of the new restrictions, I'll start first with the restrictions that are for the 6 provinces that are in the dark red zone. These 6 provinces, namely, are Bangkok, Nonthaburi, Pathum, Thani, Nakhon, Pathom, Samut, Prakarn, and Samut, Sakhon, and you have that on screen. So from Monday, the 12th of July onwards, the restrictions will include the closure of shopping centers in these 6 provinces, starting on Monday, with the exception of supermarkets, takeout restaurants, banks, and financial institutions. And the restaurants, markets, and convenience stores, standalone ones, must be closed at 2000 hours, 8 p.m., and may resume service at 0400 hours or 4 a.m. Public transportation will stop their service from 9 p.m., 2100 hours, and resume service at 0300 hours or 3 a.m. Spas, beauty centers, and massage parlors will also be closed, and public parks will be closed at 2000 hours or 8 p.m. So you have that on screen for you. As a recap for, may I stress, for Bangkok and surrounding provinces, totaling 6 provinces. The times, please note the times that you have on screen. For example, the closure of restaurants at 8 p.m., 2000 hours, as well as the closure of public transportation services from 9 p.m. or 2000 hours. I have to emphasize this because the information that was released prior to this briefing had different inaccurate times. In addition, all government departments are requested to work from home at the maximum capacity, and the CCSA would like to ask the private sector, businesses as well, to similarly apply this work from home scheme at the maximum capacity as well. Now that was for the 6 provinces, Bangkok and 6 provinces. Now I'll move to the dark red zone, which includes all 10 provinces, meaning Bangkok and the surrounding provinces, as well as the 4 southernmost provinces mentioned. So this is for all 10 provinces. What I'll say now is for all 10 provinces in the dark red zone. Firstly, of course, avoid making unnecessary travel trips. The public is also asked to stay at home from 2100 hours to 0400 hours. So that's 9 p.m. until 4 a.m. in the morning. And leave your residence only for important reasons, for essential purposes. Also, the prohibition of gathering of not more than 5 people, with the exception of certain cultural events such as funerals. So this is for all 10 provinces in the dark red zone. Please note the second line that you see on screen, that's very important. Stay at home from 2100 to 0400 hours. I'd like to move on to interprovincial travel. Interprovincial travel, public transport companies will be, on this, public transportation companies will be asked to reduce their service. And relevant authorities will impose stricter restrictions on interprovincial travel, especially from 10 provinces in the dark red zone, including quarantine measures at the destination to minimize the movement of people. And checkpoints along the way if you're traveling from the dark red zone to other provinces, checkpoints will be something that you'll be meeting. So checkpoints set up by police and other personnel starting tomorrow, Saturday, the 10th of July. So that's basically the recap of the new measures. It's very important to deliver this in a clear manner because there had been a lot of news agencies, as mentioned, releasing news which is not confirmed yet, even before the general CCSA meeting had already, before it was even finished. I'd like to move on to the vaccination issue that was mentioned by Dr. Apisamai as well. So at the moment, the government's priority is the inoculation of adults aged, senior citizens aged 60 and over, and people living with 7 underlying conditions. This is to reduce the deaths and severe cases, in which over 75% of deaths and severe cases are people among this group. The CCSA has approved the plan to distribute 80% of vaccine supply in July to allocate to people in Bangkok, with priority of adults aged 60 and over and people living with the 7 underlying conditions.